I'm Ian Walker, and this is the Average Joe Sports Show.
And I'm Jesse James. This is Last Call.
This is our Week 6 breakdown of the NFL. And we'll begin with Dallas, who went up to Seattle and won 30-23. This is the second time that Seahawks been beaten at home since Russell Wilson started starting quarterback.
Yeah, it's been, 3 years or 2.5 years now? Doesn't happen very often. Dallas shocked everybody. I didn't think they had a chance in this game. Thought they'd keep it close, but they shut down Marshawn Lynch. They shut down Seattle's offense, and they ran the ball effectively.
I mean, Dallas put up 401 yards against the Legion of Boom. They had the ball for 37 minutes, and they had 23 first downs and 162 yards on the ground.
Yeah, Murray's, 6 games in a row now with 100-plus yards. They 401 yards, 23 first downs. They just constantly moved the ball, and even when they seemed to get in their own way, they, found a way to pull it out.
We did get our own way. We had 3 turnovers that were crucial. Gave up 17 points off those turnovers. Dallas had a punt blocked. They had a block snap, and Harris was being nonchalant and let the ball go straight to his arms, and Seahawks recovered and were able to kick a field goal. But like everybody wants to hate on Romo for not coming back, he put in a big drive after the play of the year on 3rd and 20.
Yeah, the pass he threw on the sideline to Terrence Williams, beautiful throw. Thought he probably was throwing to Jason Witten, but Witten made a good decision getting out of the way. He threw the ball where it needed to be thrown, and he drove down the field, and they won the game. And who said Romo can't play in the fourth quarter? I think he looked good. He didn't turn the ball over once again, no picks. So Dallas might be for real this year. I mean, they're going to be probably number 3 or 4 in the power rankings on ESPN, and they're gonna be a team to be reckoned with.
Next, your Steelers went to Cleveland and played not very well, and the final was 31-10. I mean, they put up some yards. The big thing that I have right here is that they had 3 straight punts, and Cleveland had 3 straight touchdown drives.
Yeah, second quarter killed us. We didn't run the ball well, didn't throw the ball well, didn't play defense very well. Nothing on special teams. This team's going to have to find an identity. We need to figure out if we're going to be a passing team, a running team, a blitzing team, or a coverage team. I mean, this team just seems to lack identity. And red zone, 0 of 3. We were bad in the red zone last week. It's been the common theme all season.
And we move on to the 2 big games that I think between division leaders, and that was Carolina versus Cincinnati, and they tied.
Yeah, wow, there's 940-something yards of offense in this game. No defense, bukus of penalties. I don't even know if that's a word, but Cincinnati had 13 for 119. And you know what I say when you commit a lot of penalties. Where does that fall on?
The coach.
The guy that's been there for 11 years and no playoff victories. So everybody wants to crown Cincinnati year after year, and yes, they're better than my Steelers this year. But like I said, they're going to go to the playoffs and lose in the first round because this is who they are. But Carolina, I can't figure this team out.
I mean, they played your Steelers and played awful.
Terrible.
And then they come back in this, and they look pretty dang good.
Yeah, and they played Baltimore terrible, too. I still think they're going to win this division unless New Orleans gets hot. Cam Newton looked really good.
Yeah, the Falcons are fake.
Yeah, Tampa Bay is terrible. I mean, they just get blown out every other week. Atlanta has no identity. Carolina's probably going to win this division by default. I think their defense is better than this, but, I mean, traveling to Cincinnati probably didn't help them.
No. The big thing that people want to talk about, including Pac-Man Jones, who said, do your job. Missed field goal at the end. Yeah,
the kicker needs to make that field goal, but Pac-Man Jones is lucky to be in this league. I wouldn't be taking jabs at teammates, especially a teammate. He's playing good football. Almost had a return for a touchdown. No bonus for you, just kidding. But yeah, it's unnecessary. And this is the Bengals' problem. When things go bad, they point their fingers at the fans and at other players and never at themselves. So, yes, sorry Cincinnati fans, but you will once again fail in the playoffs this year. Thank you, Pac-Man.
All right, moving on to New England Patriots, who are going to play Buffalo and the Buffalo Bills, which they were tied at 3-2 going into this game, and the Patriots beat them like they always do, 37-22.
I thought the Patriots were going to fall off the earth, and I thought Tom Brady was going to retire, and Belichick was going to leave, and somebody else was going to win this division. Oh, yeah, it's the AFC East.
Oh yeah, they're pretty bad, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, the Bills actually look kind of decent this year. They don't have a very good quarterback. I mean, Kyle Orton, I guess, is better than EJ Manuel, but he's not going to win you a lot of games. He's not going to take you on a playoff run. They lost their best receiver of last year to San Francisco. I mean, the guy from Clemson should be pretty good. Sammy Watkins, yeah, Sammy Watkins. But I mean, this is what happens. Buffalo keeps it close. New England pulls away. And you always like to make the point about turnovers. You can't give Tom Brady the ball 3 times.
You can't give him the ball 3 times. And then also, they gave him 5 first downs off penalties. I mean, you can't do that. Not against Tom Brady.
So, essentially, you had 5 drives that were extended, 3 extra drives. I mean, you could have kept Tom Brady off the field for another 7-8 minutes of the game and maybe had a better chance to win this game.
I would have to agree with you. But I think just like we were talking about Carolina, I think Patriots are going to win their division by default.
Yeah, but I think they're going to have a better record than Carolina. I think that...
Oh, yeah, but they're still going to win their division. They have no shot at losing this division unless they're terrible.
No, and unless Tom Brady gets hurt and Belichick retires, they're going to win that division. Probably with 10 or 11 wins.
And then next thing I want to talk about is the New York Giants going down to Philadelphia and putting up a big fat goose egg.
What did I say about the Giants last week? They're not for real.
The Giants are just doing this for a couple games, and they're going to be awful again.
Not full. I still don't like this team. I still don't like their running backs. I still don't trust their defense. And they have to show more for 3 games. I don't think Eli can keep up just not throwing picks. I mean, he loves throwing him some picks.
Yeah, he sure does.
He's got 2 rings up. He's got 2 rings. But
I think they'll be fine. So I'm gonna say full, and I think they'll at least be 8-8, at least. I mean,
I could see that, but I don't like it for real. Eli didn't throw a bunch of picks, but I mean 2 for 14 on 3rd down, no points.
That's terrible.
Against Philadelphia?
That's terrible.
Didn't Jacksonville torch Philadelphia?
Yeah, it's not like Philadelphia has a great offense. I mean, they have a great offense. They have not a great defense at all. Their defense is just, please don't lose us the game.
Yeah, the only thing I can say about this is that the game was in Philadelphia. So I'm not writing off New York just yet, but I don't believe in them. And I don't really have much to say about Philadelphia because we'll talk about that later if they're a top 5 team. But they're decent offensively, getting better. Shady McCoy had a great game.
You think they're getting lucky with these wins? Because the first 3 games of the year, they were down 10-plus points in all 3 games and came back.
I hate to say lucky when you're 5-1. I think they have good coaching. I think they've won in spite of their defense at times, but they close games out and they win them. So, I mean...
Can't hate them for that.
No.
Tied with Dallas on top of the NFC East.
Very interesting race.
So, I think it's coming down to those 2. I think New York Giants just don't have it. Washington is terrible.
Well, Washington doesn't have a quarterback, so...
Yeah, that's true.
And maybe not a coach. We'll find out what Gruden's made of. But, yeah, Dallas, Philadelphia for the East. And... You know, honestly, I'm going to go back on something I said. I don't think anyone's going to win this division by default. I think Dallas is a lot better than people give them credit for, and I think Philadelphia will wait and see.
It'll come down to the end of the year. Dallas has not played any division games yet, so it's going to be a crucial final 10 games.
Yeah, 6 of those being in the division.